1, 2, 3, 4. Hey guys, kia ora, whakaro, and welcome back to this week's podcast episode. I'm sorry, that was me trying to do the intro because I have not updated the podcast intro because I've lost the original sound that we usually use. So I'm trying to fix all of that, but for now, I will just sing for you the intro. 1, 2, 3. That probably doesn't sound like it. Welcome back to this week's podcast episode. I am so glad that you are here. On this week's podcast episode, I am talking about challenges. I'm talking about like those 30-day challenges, 7-day challenges, all those types of challenges, right? And it dawned upon me that I have low-key challenges trigger me. And with anything, like when you get triggered by something, I don't know about you, but I'm like, what's that? What's that there? Like, let's open that. What's happening there? Why am I triggered, right? And let's open it up and get to why I feel so triggered by this thing. And as I started opening up and unraveling, I realized that it was like PTSD, or I don't even know, but like from the past when I would do these 30-day challenges to lose weight quick, or these 7-day challenges to lose weight fast, and all these things. And I was like, damn, like that's where it comes from. So when somebody says like, oh, I'm on this challenge, I'm just like, ugh, like, or I hear like 75 hard or something. I'm like, oh, like, and I was like, why? Like, why am I that way? So I unraveled it, and it's because, back then I would embark upon these 30-day challenges or 7-day challenges where it's like no sweets, no carbs, no junk food, no, for these 30 days. And then I would get through the days and I'd be like, trying to find alternatives and changing my life and losing weight, because a lot of them are the only reason why I did them because I wanted to lose weight. And I would get to the 30-day challenge and I'd be like, hurrah, I lost all this weight. Or, even when I was in the challenge, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait for the 30-day challenge to end so I can eat all the sweets, so I can eat all the food, and I can eat all the things I'm not allowed now, and all these things, right? And you get to the end of the challenge, and you may have lost the weight, but then you go back to eating the food and stuff, and you just revert back to the way that you were living before then because the challenge is over, right? And my whakaro, my thoughts on it now is that whenever I embark on a challenge now, it's like, what's the reason? Why do I want to do this challenge in the first place? And is it something that I want to continue to do? Because low-key, I don't believe in these challenges. I don't believe in 30-day challenge. It's like, let's do this for a lifetime. If it's good for you for 30 days, why not do it for a lifetime? Instead of having 30 days of no sweets or no carbs, how about learning and unpacking, why you may have a binge eating disorder, that was me, or why you have, a bad relationship with food, why you're, sometimes it's a detox from social media. Why do you need a detox from social media? What are you doing on your social media? How can you make social media better for you? Can you cut down on your days? Can you stop following people who aren't good for you? Can you, what's the reason why you need to embark on this challenge anyway? Why do you want to lose weight? What's the reason? Is it because you think once you lose weight, you're going to get X, Y, and Z? You're going to get a boyfriend. You're going to get the dream job. You're going to, live your dream life. You're going to show up, the way you want to show up in the world. It's like, really? Like, you think this 30-day challenge is going to, magically give you all these things? It's like, get to the root of why you want to do it in the first place. Make sure you're doing it for good reason. Now, when I go into 30-day challenges or any challenge, I'm like, do I want to do these things long term? Is the 30-day, the way I see 30-day challenges is it's like a start. You want to start this goal. You're setting out to do this goal. Let's do a challenge for 30 days and make sure, that we can do it for 30 days. Isn't it like a habit is after 21 days? So it's like you're creating it because you're going to do it long term. You're not just going to do it for 30 days and then give up. It's like, no, this is a long-term thing. And so the 30-day challenge that I currently am on, actually, it's funny that I don't even see it as a challenge because I'm like, like, no, this is like, I'm going to continue to do this. But there's like certain things that you have to do, right? So there's learning something new every day. I already do that in my life and I always want to be doing that. So I'm going to keep that one, right? It's like that's something I always want to do, moving my body every day. I always want to do that. I want to make sure that I'm doing that because I know how good it feels right now. Me going for a run is fucking amazing. I'm more fitter. I can run. Like when I first started running a K, it was taking me like nearly 10, no, I think it was like 11 minutes. Now I can do it in nearly, yeah, 8, 9 minutes. It's like I'm getting faster. My bones, my body's feeling better, all the things. Why would I not want to continue to do that for the rest of my life? Journaling. I journal every day anyway. Being so self-aware, getting your thoughts out on paper or out in the world, right? It's like not letting that shit run your life, being so fucking aware. I'm going to continue to do that anyway, every day, posting on my page every day for my business. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that twice, 3 times. I want to do it 6 times a day if I can, right? I'm always going to be continuing to do that. And I forgot without giving up something, a habit that doesn't serve you. The habit that I've stopped is I used to always have a sweet treat after dinner. It's just like a thing. It was an automatic thing. It was subconscious. It was like I always needed to have sweets, and I'd have something like a piece of chocolate, and what do you know? I've eaten the whole block. And it's like I realized that fuck, that doesn't feel good for me. I'm not even enjoying it because it was just a subconscious thing. I was just eating it all and not being aware, and that's a part of binge eating as well. It was like sometimes it would be numbing out, and it's being aware, like, why am I numbing out right now? And then I realized that I wasn't even enjoying the food. So I stopped doing it. I was like, I'm not going to do it anymore. And I want to continue that forever. And where I can, choose the sugar-free option or choose a different alternative that may be better for my body, makes me feel a bit better. And I had a cupcake the other day and I was like, damn, this is a fucking good cupcake, because I wasn't used to, having sweets so often, where it's just like, bleh, I fucking enjoyed it. It was fucking incredible. Yum. So these things are things I want to do forever. It's not 30 days. I'm not starving myself for 30 days and then being like, oh, I'm going to binge all the food. I'm going to eat all the sweets. I'm going to eat all the stuff that I was so restricted on before. It's like, continue to do that shit. If you know it's good for you, continue to do that. If you're starving yourself, probably not good for you, probably not something you can sustain over time. It's like, why would you want to do that in the first place? Why are you embarking on this in the first place? What's the reason? If it's like no good, I've checked all the reasons, it's actually a good reason why I'm doing these things, then do it. Just want to prove yourself that you can do something hard, cool. But when you're starving yourself, when you're, have this mindset of, oh, I'm just going to do it for 30 days and then I'm going to revert back to how I was, what's the point? What's the point in doing that in the first place? And I think some of these challenges that you see online, it's like, get skinny in 7 days. This is the challenge you have to do. I don't know about that, sis. Like, why would you want to do that? Let's, instead of these short-term fixes, these quick fixes and stuff, let's actually think about changing our fucking lives, changing our habits forever, changing, the way we view food or our relationship with food, the way we view working out, our relationship with working out, the way we view our body, our relationship with our body, the way we talk about ourselves, our relationships with ourselves, our relationships with others, all the things. Open it up. What's the real reason why you want to do all these things? It's not a quick fix. Let's do it for life. Let's do it for good. Let this 30-day challenge or this 7-day challenge be the start of something amazing, instead of 30 days revert back. So I think sometimes these challenges can be more detrimental than anything to you, than good, in the long run. Instead of trying to give up alcohol for 30 days, let's just try do it over time. Instead of just giving up smoking for 30 days and then going back to it, let's try giving up over time, right? So that's the message for today. That's my whakaro, my thoughts on challenges. And yeah, let's just really get to the real reason. What's the reason why you're doing this thing? Is it you're doing this 30-day challenge to post on your business. It's like, what's the reason, but why aren't you posting on your business? Is it your confidence in yourself, your own worthiness? Maybe dig into that first. Is it you want to lose weight because you think that you're going to be beautiful? Let's dig into that. Where does that thought come from? When was the first time you felt that way? Let's dig into that shit. Oh, I'm numbing out with food. Let's dig into that shit. I need to stop drinking. I'm going to do this 30-day challenge. Why are you drinking in the first place? Let's dig into that shit. Let's dig into the root cause, to the reason you're doing that shit in the first place. And we'll start there. I love you. Thank you for being here. Ka kite. Koikia.